Okay, so we're going to see how well I can focus here. This is the 1v1 game I'm starting with. We're going to do a double recording today. I went on a 2-day camping trip, and so everybody's waiting on me. I'm a little tired from my trip and a little not so focused, so we're just going to see how well I can do on this. So I'm sure everybody can watch and spot mistakes as I go along. Feel free to. But in any case, we got our infantry and tank to kill here, and we are going to move into the med and go ahead and take here, and we're going to come up here, and we're going to take Northwest Europe. We're going to leave these stacks, excuse me, undersized, as well as this one's kind of undersized, but only one transport here, one US, one UK transport here, one US, one UK transport here. So none of them are great options for him to attack. Plus, that would mean he wouldn't be using his planes to trade here, 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 or here. Based on what we're doing now, he'll be able to stack trade if he really wanted to with these guys, but I don't think he's going to want to stack trade, because then I would just, I'm all about trading heavy with Russia versus Germany. I haven't decided if I want to attack Belarusia here without an air, because I'm going to use one fighter to attack here and one fighter to try to hit here to limit Jay's income. So those are our plays. So what did Japan do? I forgot to go into Japan. So interesting, Japan here. They had to buy a destroyer because of all my subs. So the destroyer's sitting there, which means I guess I'm a little confused by that. I'll be honest. Unless he decided after he purchased that he wanted to have his 2 fleets down here and go for the India push. Because otherwise he's just hanging that destroyer out there, right? Because I'll take 2 subs against a destroyer. And, then I can submerge again, and he's got no other destroyers here. So I'm thinking, and he's not like he's blocking anything with the destroyer there. So I'm thinking this was perhaps a second thought. He bought it, but then decided, you know what? No, we're not going to do that. Whatever his initial plans were. So we're going to kill that with the 2 subs, and we're going to bring the US sub on in. We're going to assume that we're going to hit the destroyer with the UKs and bring this US sub on in and put more pressure where we can. But that being said, he did come down here to Burma. Kind of stacked Burma. So he's got 7 units there. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 ground, and 3 air that can hit that. So that's UK's turn. I'll worry about UK's turn on UK's turn. What I do know is, whether I hit that and wipe it or I just stack India, I'm probably going to want a Russian tank and a Russian fighter there just to make it a little bit safe. So we're going to do that. We're going to bring the tank down, bring the fighter down. The good thing is we don't have to worry about stacking Kazakh because he retreated. We're just going to use the US and grab these guys. So Kazakh's going to be safe as can be with no units on it. So we're just going to leave that alone. So that's where that'll put us. So yeah, the big thing here is I'm always about, okay, how do you calculate what you're going to build? So my intention is one of these transports is coming into the med. The other transport is going to be coming back to C-Zone 11, or actually up to C-Zone 10. And then we've got this transport's going to be in here, hitting there. This transport's going to come up here to hit here. So we're going to have 2 transports coming back to 10 next turn. So we want to make sure we have 4 units for those guys. Meanwhile, we're going to have at least one of these coming down. I might bring 2. He's going to have I'll give him a 20% shot with his bomber against a carrier destroyer down here. But I think I'm going to go ahead and bring two transports down here, 1 up, plus the 1 coming back. So if we take 2 down, that's going to leave me 1 infantry. And that'll move up. This infantry will move up. the tank will move up, and the 2 AAs will move up. So we'll have the 2 infantry, a tank, and an AA for the 2 transports, and have 1 AA left over. So, all of that to say, we had these 2 that we know we need 3 units for, so let's go ahead and build the 3 units that we're going to need for them. And then that's going to say, okay, we'll have 2 transports here, 1 in here. We may not need that last one. So I'd like to come back up to here to pivot up there. So we're going to build 2 more infantry for him. If nothing else, we'll have infantry running around. And 26 is great for 2 transports of their own and 4 infantry. So we're going to have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 transports at the end of US3. That's awesome. I like to get to 10 transports total, and to have that done by US4, plus we'll build the factory up here. By US4, we'll have our whole groundwork set up and running. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And I was just going through that. I was just counting those, on the whim. I hadn't pre-planned that, but that's how I'd go through my counts, deciding what I need to build. I build to fill my transports that need to hit to the C-Zone 10, and then whatever I got left, 13 is a transport with 2 infantry, so I'll build until I get that, and then I figure out what I want to do with the extra money if there's not 13 left over. So that's how we go. Alright, so we're going to go there. We're going to have lots of guys, so we're going to go ahead and make them either have to stack shift, so using 2 runs the risk and be able to stack shift, or you have to use a little extra air to clear them out. We're going to go boom, boom. Ooh, you know what we can do? We're going to take this risk. Because I don't got anything better for the bomb. I mean, I could bomb Germany, I suppose. I mean, that is something better to do with them. I think we're going to take that risk so that then potentially Russia can just focus on up there. Do we want to? Or do we want to just go ahead and bomb? I mean, I like having the fighter to go into that too. This fighter's gonna go 1, 2. Oh wait, no, that's not gonna work because I want this fighter down in India. Scratch that. Bombing it is. This guy's gonna come up here. This guy's gonna come up here. So we're trying to just take up as much Axis income wherever we can. As fast as we can. Oh, that's right. We're just going to make sure we hit there because they're going to go 1, 2, 3, land on the carrier. Better use them for something rather than nothing, and just make sure that that's a clean hit and not something silly happens there, because everybody's seen Dice God's moments. They happen. They're real. So, all right. I think that's it. I think we're good. It's all the attacks, right? All the attacks for US. Looks good. And I did this with US because those turn green. So I'm happy to do that. A lot of times I'm bringing them back and then they're trading Ukraine in the future. But Japan's had to have a slow start because of those transports lost. And having to spend 8 IPC on a destroyer now. So we're happy about that. All right, let's see some 6s. I am just if you haven't followed me much, I'm not one that does a lot of bombing. It is profitable overall if you do it consistently, and assuming average dice. I know there's all the dice conspiracies, whatnot out there, but I do use it if I have nothing better to do with my bomber. Then I will use them for bombing raids because they are slightly profitable. There's a 5. How about the 6? I want to see a 6. Well, I'm glad it was the other way at least, but what a waste. I mean, it was profitable. I shouldn't complain. There we go. And that's why we sent the 2 fighters too. Bummer, he got a hit back. Alright, we're going to go ahead and come on in here. We're going to bring you down here. Yeah, we'll be alright there. You need to come to India. You guys are moving forward. You're coming up here. You're coming up there. We're going to grab the other 2, grab their 4 guys and come over here. Destroyer, carrier, battleship, destroyer, fighter needs to move on up. Alright, we're going to bring that sub on down. You're going over. Actually, I like just leaving him in Central USA, just in case Japan does something weird and we need to get back at some point. And we have nothing for him. We've got 2 transports coming in here. We got 4 units for him. Sub moving over. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Do we want to do... I think I want to keep fighters last. Yeah, submerge still on though. UK submerge, fighters last, sounds good. Putting 2 there. 9 guys, 10. So we've got 10 units that can move next time. 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. The 2 transports going in there, and one of these transports can come back up. So that gives us a nice 10 that can all meet up in C-Zone 10 so that they can pivot that way or this way in the next turn. And this is what I was saying. So he could send bomber and build a carrier for 2 fighters and try to go on that just for a 1 of each type there. Or we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ships, including a battleship, versus his 4 fighters and a bomber. But the prize would be 1 of each of those. Or we got a destroyer carrier with 2 transports that just his bomber could hit. Or we got cruiser carrier, 2 fighters, that he's got 4 fighters and a bomber could hit for just 1 transport. So I tried to distribute my transports as much so there's not that big reward. And with this carrier coming up, we still got plenty of surface ships to recover, you know, if he was to sink one of the fleets. So to lose 1 transport, 2 transports, mixed transports, at the opportunity of him losing a bomber and or multiple fighters, I'll take it. Let's see, we're going to take 2 back, maybe a 3rd back. We've only got 20 IPC. That's going to be risky. Let's just do this. Let's save 1 in case we don't get that one. So again, this is a small thing, but just to keep my options, just in case whatever happens, there's retreat options. If I decide I wanted to retreat, I could retreat to either one versus just forced to retreat to one spot. We could blitz him through for the 2, but I don't think that's worth it. And I don't really want to bring him up here because these 3 plus the bomber plus these fighters would kill anything that goes into there. That's why we're just doing the 1v1. 1-1v1, whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So the question came, do I want to take like 2 infantry and artillery against this too? I think I might want to do that as well. I'm going to pause for a second and think. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Again, I like trading a little bit heavy, and especially when we're, discouraging him from all those fleets. So we want to give him lots of targets for his planes. And if we even take this, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potential targets for his planes outside of the fleets. So, those are targets that he could mess up. I mean, he's going to want to use not do a stack shift here so much. He may use a stack shift to take France, but he doesn't really want to stack shift these 4 territories. So we're going to try and spread his planes out as much as possible. And there's not any great stack shift movements there. I mean, there are. He could stack shift into Bellow, but then he could potentially lose that in doing so. So I'm going to go that route. Yep, okay. Let's get a hit, get a hit, get a hit. Good. I'm okay with that. I would have, of course, preferred to have taken the territory, but that prevents him, for a turn of being able to get to the 2 or the 1 here. All right. I'm really kind of counting on this battle. Let's just finish it, please. Thank you. It's like that one was kind of an important one there. Alright. I'm okay gambling with this, because we got some leeway. Oh, come on now. I need some hits. I need some hits. Come on, let's get some hits here, guys. And whiff. Alright, here we go. Now we're on the advantage. Finish him off. There we go. You there, one up there, the rest in that way. Ooh, we need to make, yeah, we're going to be building, so we'll cover him up with the build. I think I kind of like bringing him up this way where we can potentially put a threat with tanks and infantry, because a tank going back that way could, which I wonder if we take a tank back. That gives us 2 infantry, a tank, and a fighter that he can't, take this and block. That we'd have freedom. So you have a 3. We'd have 4 units that could hit him. So maybe give him a little bit of a pause. Advancing? That'd be nice to slow this north. He's got nothing behind it, is why I like kind of putting a little soft dead zone there. Let's see. So that leaves us 10, 18, 19, 14, 17. So yeah, we're good. Without using any calculators, we got that. All right. Yeah. All right, there we go. I didn't pay attention, so I just added 8. What did I kill? I killed 3, 4 of his. Oh, wait, did I kill anything in here, down here? Or 5? Yep, I killed 1 down there. So I killed 5 attack power, 8. So 13 attack power. That should have been different. So we still would have been +7 at the start of Russia's turn. And they're down to 70 at 78 still. So we're looking good here. All right, we're going to switch over. So this is where I am UK, and realized I made a goof on my calculations. I set my calculator, my round counting off, and I thought I was doing rounds 8, 9, and 10, when really I was trying to do rounds 7, 8, and 9. So I was planning on round 10 being the big battle, but it's actually round 9 that's going to be the big battle. So we need to get at least 20 fighters in here by round 9. I can't remember if I said that on the video, but I definitely said it in the Discord to my guys and realized, oops, I can't say we, I goofed that up. So what we do have, so we've got 3 fighters there. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fighters on the board right now that can make it to Moscow, or 12 fighters on the board, period, for that defense. So we need 8 more fighters built to be able to defend against the G9. So UK 8, US 8, they've got to be able to move in. So a US 7 build isn't going to help at all, right? Even if we built it here or here. A US 6 build, we could build here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. They make it in. Here, we could build them here on a carrier. We have to build the carrier too, where they could then go 1, 2, 3, 4, and catch up to this carrier, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 into Moscow. So U.S. can build some, but we also want to, this is where it's going to get tricky. I'm not even going to pay too close attention to it. We want to build a transport here, bring this transport down so that we can hit DEI and Borneo at the same time. That is what we ideally want to do. Yeah, that's what we want to do. We'll see how it goes. The problem is Japan can build 3 bombers. So if they build 3 bombers, that's going to make Season 44 tough, and holding here with a transport build tough without any fighters, right? Granted, we could be building 2 fighters and bringing this carrier over, so that would be the 3, and we could have, my battleship be a defense, but then that gives me a carrier destroyer and his destroyer that we would have against the 3 bomber build. So I'm hoping that maybe they won't do a 3 bomber build, but if I was them, I would do a 3 bomber build, to put it simple. So anyways, back to what we were saying, we needed to get 8 builds between US 6, UK 6, and UK 7. US 6 can realistically build 2. That means UK needs to build 3 this turn and 3 next turn. So that's what I'm going to do. That doesn't leave me a whole lot for building other stuff. Now I'm hoping to take 1, 2, 3 for next turn. So that'll give me a 35. 36 would give me, so yeah, we're just going to build an infantry. That'll leave me 1, so I can build 2 infantry with my 3 fighters next time. Woohoo! Alright, first things first, I do want to make sure we clean up that transport. And we want to make sure we go ahead and take care of him. I can't blitz in and out of the tank, or in and out of here, because part of my defense is I can get to here on UK6. They're going to stack Caucasus, so then I got to be able to hit here and blitz the tanks through on UK7 to help the defense of Moscow. Because once they move here on G7, Persia's dead zoned. It's toast. So I can't really do anything about that. What do we got here? What our friends got? Infantry tank. So I'm actually going to leave this. I'm going to let the U.S. blitz in and out to take the money on that. And we'll kind of sit in here because all he can hit is battleship and he could take an infantry artillery battleship. But we'll have the AA infantry artillery, his infantry, his tank sitting in there. So, all right, what I do want to do is we're going to go in here and drop the tank. See, now the tank I can blitz in next time, in and out, make him think about what he wants to do. I can place fighters here that can fly directly into Moscow. The other option that I'm looking at is I could come into C Zone 8. 2 fighters, 1, 2. If he came in, give him 2 fighters. I could have my carrier, and I don't need anything there, except for one of my fighters. Because I want to have an infantry go down here. So I need one of my fighters in flying distance. So if we put him here, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. We could do that. And if we did that, if we did attack, we want to go cruiser, infantry. I'd rather you start U.S. I want to encourage U.S. to come down here and start building up South Africa, because Germany's going to be right here and they can start blitzing. So as much as I really want to take Africa and here next turn, I don't. I think we'll focus on taking the money. They don't really help us. So yeah, we're just going to do this. It may not be the right idea. Okay, so down here, I really want U.S. to have Thailand, because it's great when we start getting into this shuck, when everything gets developed, and we're shucking in and we're dropping in 36, that U.S. can just drop 2 ships or fighters right into 36 and protect. And then they grab, shuck, grab, shuck, grab, shuck. So I'd really rather this be in U.S. hands, especially if Germany takes Africa. Then UK's money's really getting stretched thin, and they're trying to defend India, and they're trying to prevent a sea lion. So So anyways, the other thing too is we can go 1, 2, 3. Have 2 fighters. I could have more hit here, but I do want to get these guys this direction as well. So as I'm sitting here thinking about it, I don't need them up here for the next round. Russia will be fine on its own against G7. And if they're all landing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can still clear Kaza. And I think I like the idea of hitting this kind of efficiently, and possibly being able to put another person in here and have it stacked against them and just eat up against the Japan here. For some reason, I feel like this is a mistake. And if my teammates are listening when this plays and this was a mistake, I'm sorry. It feels like a mistake, but at the same time, it feels like it's good. I like it. I like killing that cleanly. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so the fighters can't reach here, so they're okay. These guys aren't going to be able to reach, so I mean they're safe to park here. I think we'll leave the one fighter up here for him, just to give him a little bit of extra safety. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Oh, it just doesn't feel right. Something feels off. I'm going to kick myself later, but I got to go. I thought about not bringing the sub this way and start taking the sub towards the UK, because eventually we're going to need help cleaning that med fleet someday. How many people thought a KJF could still be going with a med fleet? Good gracious, come on. Oh, thank you. I don't want to lose any boats. But that was the main reason I brought the subs, because I was afraid that I'd lose take a couple hits and have to lose a boat, and I don't want to lose the destroyer, carrier, or battleship. Those are super precious against the air attacks. Don't know why I didn't just go ahead and move that other guy in, now that I think about it. I was thinking about providing air cover, but I just counted out that they can't attack me. They can't hit me. There we go. Yeah, we're definitely going to move him up. So that gives me 3. He could hit 1 and 2 planes is it. Bring him back this way. These guys can go here. I want to bring these guys with those guys. He's going to come back to pick up them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're good. He can come over here, and he can get to Moscow next turn. We're going to be dropping 2 fighters on the carrier there. It's kind of nice because these guys in Australia a lot of times get left behind, but now at least we're getting, in New Zealand, we're getting to pull them out in a KJF and utilize them at least. Again, fighters here. 1, 2, 3, 3. They can't hit. They can't hit. There's no bombers. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no bombers. So fighters sitting there by themselves are safe. In this, I wanted to bring the 2 here, so if he moves to Japan, I can make sure I kill that, then blitz the tanks through. There we go. So next turn we can bring these 2 guys back to India, or we could take here with the bomber support. We'll just see what we decide that we need at that time. So next turn, I have 35. What did I forget? Oh, that went US, not UK. Duh, I forgot about that. I was like, I should have had 36. Dang it. Oh well, whatever. So be it. Alright, there we go.